Hi, in this video, I'm going to discuss about post HTTP method in Power Query. And basically my focus is on this body part. And if you look at this section, it's saying that x-www.form URL encoded data. So basically we're going to discuss that how can we pass this x-www form URL encoded data on a post method using Power Query. And you can see we have grant type and refresh token. So how can you pass this using Power Query? So that's our main point. Now I am going to show you in this code. So I have this client ID, I have this client secret, and I do have a refresh token as well. Okay, so those are my inputs to generate this. So basically this is not the main point. So these are some inputs, okay, manual inputs, and then access token URL. This is also manual inputs. Now this is my auth. So one thing to be careful about this section, that how can you generate a base 64 encoding in Power Query, and that is basically this one, where we have the client ID, we have the client secret, join this by colon, and then generate this text binary, and just use this binary to text and specify that this is going to be base 64. So it will encode those text, this binary into base 64, and it will return the text. So that's the first important point of this video, that how can you generate a base 64 encoding. So that is this part. Now I do have headers as well. So that is the content type. So basically that is this x-test form URL encoded. And then we have the authorization, that is basically this auth. And now this is the interesting part, the body. So you can see I'm just saying that using this is a record, right? So this inside this is a record. So we can specify the key, like this section we have the key, we have the value. So we can specify the key, and this is like underscore, we have underscore, so that's why this has identifier. So that is the value, this is another key, and this is another value. Okay, so I think you can get rid of that as well. Okay, so we can get this grant type, refresh token equals to refresh token. So that's the record. So basically that is this part, key and value part. And now from this record we can build an URI build query string. So let me just show you that part real quick. Sorry. So basically what this does, it just generates that the key and the value as a URL query string. Okay, so that is key, this is the value, and the key, and then value. Basically this is encode this if we have a special character, and then we just say text to binary to get a binary view of this particular text, because that is going to be our content. So this is the main part. Okay, so we get that URL form encoded data as a binary, and this is my option extra parameter of that web.contents. So basically that is this headers is going to be header, and content is going to be just the body. And then I'm just calling this REST API, m function web.contents to call this REST API. So that is access token URL, and this is the option, and we get response as a JSON. Okay, now this is one way to generate this text to binary. This is generate the body part of that form encoded data. We do have another option, so let me show you that one as well. So we do have another option. You can just hard code that data as a JSON. Okay, so if we look at this section and if we see, okay, what's the code for this, And if we use, I think maybe Java, should pick Python request, and you can see we do have the headers and we do have the payloads. Actually this payload is like form encoded. Let's see if no. Oh no. So which one? Like sometimes we can just like this one failed. This is the key. This is the value. Failed key and value. So sometimes we have just the JSON like this. Okay. So this is the key. This is the value. This is the key. This is the value. Now we can use JSON.document to get a record view. So basically now this part is the same as this part. Okay. So that is that record, and then rest of the thing is basically same thing. So we can use that way as well if you want. Just get the text, it's like this, and use JSON.document to get these as a record view, and then use this record of this URI.build query string, and then text to bind it. And instead of content equals to body, you can use the body too. So that's it. That how can we pass form URL encoded data. Okay. So just to review this, we have learned how to call a post method using Power Query, and whenever we specify content, that is going to be a post call. Okay. So that is one thing. The second thing is how can we pass x www.form URL encoded data. So that is using this URI build query string and text to bind. So that is the second part, and then third part is how can we get a base 64 view of the text. Third part. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.